Hi, and welcome to London Infrastructure as Code. And today I'm going to be talking about using Elastic Stack and Grafana to visualize server performance. Now, it does come as part of Elk Stack with Kibana, but I'm going to use Grafana in this case because it's just easier for me to use and visualize, and it's very quick to set up and get working. So if you've never used tools like Elasticsearch and Grafana, then you are missing out. To actually visualize the state of your applications gives you so much power. And if you have done this before, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. The information you can get from this is pretty amazing. So I've spent a couple of engagements in the past working with different support teams. One time it was to categorize everything in syslog and visualize that and make that searchable in Elastic Stack in Kibana. And then the second time was using Java output as part of logs to actually look at what the application was doing and all the different component parts across multiple servers. And that was really good, and we did that in Grafana, and that was quite cool. But once you start capturing data, you see things that you never really expected to see. You won't believe some of the insights that you can get when you're actually looking at what's going on over a period of time. When you actually go back and look, you're coming in the morning and you look what happened last night, you go, hang on a minute, what's that spike? And then you can drill down and you can go and find out exactly what caused it. You might find an error message that you've seen on one server, on monitoring software, Nagios or something similar, and then you put that into Elastic Stack, and actually you find out you've got it on 8 other servers you didn't even know had the problem. So it can really be very insightful, very helpful, and once you've got it set up, you'll wonder why you never did it before. So with tools like these, you can drill down and see what exactly is using that bit of memory or that CPU. So it gives you power back over your applications and your servers. You're in control. At least it gives you the information to actually make decisions to fix things. So once you've set up Elastic Stack and you're visualizing what your servers are doing, it is a massive sense of achievement. You pat yourself on the back, it looks great, and I can guarantee that your boss will love it. And then people will walk past your screen and they'll say, what's that? And then you'll explain what it is you've done and how you're doing it. And then they'll say, can I have that on my servers? It's like, oh, okay, and all of a sudden everybody knows about it. It happened to me before, and other teams want to use it for their servers and their applications, and it kind of grows. And you can get quite in depth. But in my introduction to DevOps tools, the course that I'm running at the end of February, we actually go into installing and setting up Elastic Stack as part of that, and using Grafana to visualize the data. And I provide the install with Ansible. I give you the Grafana dashboards just for a real quick, this is what your servers are doing. So let's go over to the demo. I can give you a quick run through of what it is that we're looking at and how it can be useful. So here we go. So here is something that I created earlier. So I have my Elastic Stack master, and if I have a quick look, you can see all the processes running. So I have Elasticsearch, FileBeat, Grafana, Kibana, Logstash, and MetricBeat. That's my master, and then I have just a node here that we're collecting metrics on. And as you can see, it's just running FileBeat and MetricBeat. So this server is sending data back to the master, and that's being collected in Elasticsearch and then visualized using Grafana as attached. So if we have a look at the Grafana screen, so this is something that I did a little while ago. Here we can see the last 3 hours worth of data, and we can see that there are spikes, and these spikes are intentional. They're me running a stress application. And so we have CPU overview, CPU versus processes, we have memory usage, we have read and write requests. So we can see that, look, it's obvious that something has happened here, from certain systems. And we can look at the number of total processes running as well. So this is just a very basic dashboard to give you an overview of what's going on your server. So if we go back to our node and we just run a stress application, what we'll see is that on the server, so this server is a 253. So let's just change this, just selecting 253 only. And then let's change this so it's only 15 minutes. What we'll start to see is the resources start to go up as we refresh. So across the board, we can see that resources are starting to be used. Just give it a few more seconds, another couple of refreshes. Nearly there. So there's only a certain amount of refreshing. Right, here we go. So we can see that we've got some I/O. We see the total processes has gone up. We see more memories being used. So what we can do is, if we say go back to the 3 hour view, so there we go, it's obvious now something's happened, and we just drill down to this one. So in Grafana you can just take this section here and then it blows it up for you so you can see what's happening, and you can see this section right here in the middle. And if we take a look, we can see that the stress application itself is top of the list. This is in order. Then came metric beat, but metric beat is like 1.3 max %, whereas stress is then at 18.2. And then as you go down, you can see that file beat is almost non-existent. There's an Amazon agent, and it gets lower and lower. So this is the biggest one. So we can see here that that was the cause of the problem. And if it was a different application or a different app using the CPU, we'd see that here too. So we can also see that there's some I operations, and the process count has gone up. So if we go back to our 3 hour view, you can see this is actually quite a useful view. You come in the middle of the night, you know, you expect a nice calm evening, and then you see spikes like this, and this gives you the option to actually drill down and get some really good data. So it's definitely worth setting up if you get the opportunity. You can always drop me a line or comment, and I can give you some help or advice, or point you to the code that I use to set mine up. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to follow, like and share.